Webster defines freedom as the absence of necessity, coercion, or constant or constraint in choice or action. But freedom cannot be defined, but exemplified. The fact that we are here today, that you are who you are, that you're in church every Sunday praising God, this is freedom. Your home is freedom. Every seemingly insignificant choice we have is freedom. Look around you at these Marines, those from the Army, Navy, and Air Force. They are the reason you have these choices. They have choices too. They chose to go to foreign soil and fight to have the choice even to fight. They chose to risk everything to give us this beautiful gift because of their love for their country and their people. They risked scarring, peace of mind, their lives even. These men and women and their families sacrificed time, memories, safety, all for our freedom. Freedom is not free, and this may sound cliche, but it is a gift that we won't justly understand the cost of until we are there and we see what they've seen and experience what they've experienced. Both of my grandfathers are veterans, but that was before I was here. I may come up here and be able to convince you that you don't know the cost, but I can't even begin to understand it. So to all you veterans here and around the world, from as far down in me as I can reach, thank you.
Veteran of the Second World War Pacific Theater, father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. There's not a better man in this wild world, nor a man who I respect more. From an early age, he instilled in me a respect for those who served, always speaking with pride and starry eyes of his own time in uniform. And that respect he instilled in me for those who served, through his words and through his actions, remains always with me. That is why, when I first saw reports of protesters at the funerals of fallen soldiers, I was distraught, and I came to a realization that those men and women died so that those protesters could have the freedom to do what they did. So in that moment, I put pen to paper and prepared for us a reminder of just how truly selfless these men and women are. It's entitled The Love of a Soldier. Greater love has no man than this, than to lay down one's life for a friend. John 15:13. You say that you would fight for your friends. How about fighting for those who hate you? For this is the love of a soldier. You will fight for your religion. How about someone else's? For this is the love of a soldier. You will fight for your right to speak freely. How about fighting for another's right to speak freely against you? For this is the love of a soldier. You will fight if people love you for it. But will you fight if people despise you for it? For this is the love of a soldier. You speak of the land of the free, but will you fight to keep it that way? This is the love of a soldier. If you stand here today and say that you will fight, I ask if you would die. Would you die for those who hate you? Would you die for another's religion? Would you die for another's right to speak out against you? Would you die even if people despise you for it? And would you die so others could speak the land of the free? For this is the love of a soldier. If a man has no greater love than to give his life for a friend, how much more must he love to give his life for those who hate him, or to give his life for another's religion, or to give his life for those who speak against him, or to give his life for those who hate him for it, or to give his life to let someone else speak the land of the free? For this is the love of a soldier.
We would like to recognize all the veterans who are with us today. So if you're a veteran, please make your way to the front. I'm going to pass the microphone down, and please say your name, your branch of service, your years of service, and if you're in a war, please mention that as well. And please remain standing after you've introduced yourself.
Good morning. My name is William Booker. I have two grandsons here, Drew and Robert. I was in the military in the Army in 1965, 1972 through the Vietnam conflict.
My name is Joan Shearer. I was in the Army from 1951 to 1954.
My name is Hobgood. I was in the United States Marine Corps, served from 1966 to 1968.
Tom Beatty. I've got 4 grandchildren here. Born in 1952, 1955, Korea.
Thomas Farmer Sr. was in the Air Force, 1961 through 1973, served in Vietnam in 1970.
Thomas Farmer Jr. I served in the Air Force from 1988 to 1993. I served during Operation Iraqi Freedom.
John Draymond. I served in Vietnam in 1965 through 1966. Retired from the U.S. Coast Guard back in 2008, I'm sorry.
Sergeant Randy Morris Jr. Current duties are Tennessee Army National Guard. Served in Somalia, Iraq, 05.
My name is Bob Terry. I served in the United States Navy from 1963 to 1971.
My name is Brad Mars. I went in the Army in 43, and I come out in 45.
My name is Linnea Campbell, United States Marine Corps from 1986 to 1992, and I served in Desert Storm.
My name is Nelson Eddy. I was in the U.S. Army 1957 through 1960, 2 years overseas. I had a daughter-in-law who is a teacher here at MTCS.
Tony McConnell, served in the Tennessee Army National Guard since 1983, still serving. Been to Kosovo and Afghanistan. I have 2 kids here.
I'm Scott Pryor. I served in the United States Army 1966 through 68, served in Vietnam 67 to 68. And I have 5 grandchildren.
I'm Mike Kendrick. I served in the U.S. Army in 1969 through 1971. I was in Vietnam. I have a daughter who teaches in 2nd grade, Mary Jernigan, and 2 granddaughters, Lorelei and Lola here.
I'm Dean Northcutt. I have 2 grandsons that attend school here, Jackson and Eli Piercy, and 1 granddaughter that probably will very soon. I served with the U.S. Army 4th Infantry Division in Vietnam in 68.
Karen Neely. I served 1985 to 2011 from the Army, in Iraq 2007-2008. My son Jonathan Neely is here.
I'm Bob Schaefer. I have 2 granddaughters here, Ava and Addison Boyle. I'm retired Air Force, served from 56 to 76, served in Okinawa, Japan, Germany, Southeast Asia, Alaska, and I retired in 76.
My name is John Basinger. My grandson is Noah Francis. I retired with 35 years service. I retired in 02, and it was a combination of Army and Tennessee National Guard.
My name is Bruce Jones. I have 2 grandchildren here in Carter, Gracie Key. I served in the Army and the National Guard from 1965 to 2003.
My name is Ray Patterson. I have 1 grandson here, George Weeks. I served in the Army from 1962 until I retired in 1996. I was in Vietnam in 1963, and I was in Desert Shield, Desert Storm in 1991.
My name is Jim Arnett, and I served in the United States Navy from 1968 to 1972.
My name is Elmer Cook. I was in Army Air Force 1945 to 48, Rhein-Main Air Base, Germany.
My name is Owen Cooper. I served as a crew chief in the Tennessee Air National Guard, 2003 through 2009.
I'm Paul Corley. I have two grandsons, Jim Barron and Blaine Corley. I served in Vietnam 68, 69 with the 101st Airborne Division. I was combat infantry sniper.
My name is Mike Blacksher. I was in the U.S. Navy from 87 to 91 Desert Storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's show our appreciation for our veterans.